Hey, if you're doing Facebook ads for real estate leads, then let me just tell you that there are a ton of great videos from real estate agents who are actually running ads out there all over YouTube, and they're probably in the search results that you were just looking through, and you should watch those. Here's where I can add some value to this conversation is that I've been creating ads outside of the real estate space as a copywriter and image creator, and I've got tons of good advice that you can actually leverage together with what those guys are going to show you in their videos for finding real estate leads using Facebook ads, okay? So stick around. I've only got 3 things to show you, but they're super important, and you want to know this information so that you get a lower cost per click and cost per lead, and so that you actually get the right people targeting and clicking your ads, and so that you're actually using and leveraging the ads and the process that follows to do a lot of the qualification of the leads for you, so that you don't have to waste time with leads and spend lots of effort just getting them and deciding whether they're even a valid lead or not. Okay, so let's dive in, all right? The first thing I want to talk to you about, and this is the most important thing, is that the image in the ad is the very most important piece, okay? So because the number one thing that you're doing on Facebook is just trying to get people to stop and read your ad, okay? And so that's the first job that you have. And so we really want to avoid having ads that look like this, okay? If I bounce over here into Canva and just look through some of the templates that they have, this kind of ad, it looks really nice. It's super well designed. So I'm not knocking the designer or anything like that, or anybody who's using this ad, but people are really blind to this because it looks so much like an ad that people just kind of want to scroll past that if they're not interested, right? And so this isn't good. What I'll show you a couple that I'm using right now, and also ones that I've gotten from the Facebook ads library that I think work really well, so that you've got some examples, okay? So here's one that I've got running right now, which number one, it calls out to my audience in big bold letters, right? So no longer in many of these ad platforms like Facebook do you want to rely on the targeting that they have in their settings. So like you want to use the cities or the regions or that kind of thing, but when it comes to like the people you're trying to attract, using their targeting makes the ad and clicks really expensive. So rather than doing that, you just let their algorithms figure out who is clicking your ads and let your ad be the thing that does all the targeting for you, right? And so the way I do that is just by putting a big bold thing up here, which is calling out to the audience. If you're thinking about selling your home soon, right? So I'm looking for sellers. Read this, okay? So these are things in test. I'm not saying like this is number one or anything like that, but I'm just telling you the approach. Now the image is the thing that's going to stop people from scrolling, okay? And so in this case, this is actually a stock image. Usually I avoid using stock images like this because a lot of the time they just don't get people's attention. People are really blind to the fake smiles and the, pretty colors and that sort of thing, right? I really liked this ad, if I double click on it here, because you've got this dude in the background who's just like, what are you doing to my house? Or, whatever he's thinking, right? He's like, quit messing with my screen, or, whatever the look is on this dude's face, or he's like, I'm about to buy this house, like quit breaking stuff. Anyway, I just think it's really interesting, right? And this is the kind of thing that gets people to stop scrolling, because they're like, what is this dude doing? But like, this dude looks pissed. And so, okay, now let's look at some others. All right, so here is another one. This is one I clipped. Now this one's pretty okay. And what I really like and what works really well, you've probably heard this, what works really well for like going viral on social media, like Reels and TikTok and stuff like that, or videos that are like super unedited, just very original. And so that's why I like this image and think that this works really well. And it does. Like I've actually picked images here of videos of ads from the library that have been running for a long time, right? So you know they're working if they've been running for months and months and months, okay? Or at least that's the assumption, because people don't usually continue with ads if they're not working. So this one is an eye catcher with this weird sold sign. Like, I love this, you know, thing that they've given them to hold, because it's really eye grabbing, and just the sort of like image quality and stuff is a little weird, and you've got this like line through here, like it's just, that works, right? Like this is the kind of thing that like just makes your eyes stop. And so that one I think is pretty good. And you know, I guess the point here is like original images that are sort of like unrehearsed, unposed, you know, unprofessional work better than professional. Okay, so that is a good one to keep in mind. Let's see if we've got another one. Now this one is also really good here. Let me just blow it up. It gets a little blurry. I apologize for my screenshot as being bad here, but this one is interesting because it is an eye grabber, and this one's talking about the prices of homes, but you know, anytime you've got like a map, that seems to work really well for catching people's attention. So this is lots of little homes and tiny prices and stuff on a map. That is going to work pretty good. Okay, so let's find another one here. So again, another map. Okay, and some basic text with some emojis up here, but again, it's the map. Okay, that always is a good eye grabber. And then let's see, last but not least, okay, and we already looked at this one, so keep those things in mind for the image. All right, just avoid the super professional, you know, ones like we looked at just before there. Okay, so now let's bounce back over here to my notes. We talked about the image. The next thing is the copy, right? And so like, what do you do once you've stopped them and got them to stop their scroll? Well, you have to keep them, right? And that's where the words at the top of the ad kind of do their part. Okay, and so you can either put some words inside the ad itself. So like in this one where, you know, I've got a little bit of info here and a message here to read this, you can do some text in the image itself. But the other thing we want to do is actually, let me just bounce over here into one of my ad accounts, is the thing we want to do here is give them something that's curious, right? We want to pique their curiosity to make them actually follow through and click this ad if it's for them, right? And so I don't know if you can see this very well, but let me just see if I can blow it up here in some way. But the thing that we want to do is say something like, and really I don't even, because my ad says listing for your home for sale soon, question mark, like I probably don't need that text at the beginning, but you want in your first line or first sentence or two to make that like come forward with what you're giving them. Okay, like that would be my advice. Don't put something super generic as your first two sentences. Okay, because most people aren't going to click this see more. Like you want to give them a reason to click the see more and click the ad. All right, and so the way I've done that here, if you can't read it, it says, here are 10 things people forget to mention to their real estate agent that help to get more, right? And so the way this this works pretty well, because the first thing is to get more what, right? They have to click the see more thing to get the rest of the text, number one, which is perfect because it engages them into the ad. Okay, when they do click that, you know, there's some more text there. Let me just see if we can see that text. Yeah. Okay, so here's how it looks in the ad setup itself. All right. People forget to mention to their real estate that help them get more money for their home, right? And so that's what I'm telling them. So it's all about them. Okay, so like if I bounce back over here to my notes, it's all about the viewer. Like, don't make this about you. Don't show off your awards and stuff like that, right? And so we really have to stay focused on them, not on you. And so that's what we do here, right? So we get that curiosity to get them hopefully to just even click that see more. And then they look in here and it's like, I've got 10 things. This is like in a giveaway that I give them, that they enter their details, like their email and phone number and stuff to get, right? But I don't just keep all of it to myself. So like the first thing I'm going to do is take what I think is the most interesting one in the list that I've created and actually just put it in here, right? And the reason I give away the best one here in the text is because if they like this, then they're going to be intrigued to read the other 9, right? And so actually I give 2 away here, so the 2 best ones. So they're going to want to read the other 8 if I give them the best ones here. Okay, and that's what I've found from tons and tons of doing this over years, is like demonstrate that you can help them by actually helping them, right? And so don't make them like sign up first before you help them, or give you money first before you help them. Actually just go and help them, right? And then they'll be like, yeah, that was helpful, I like you. Okay, and that's kind of what we're going for here. So I put the pieces here, and then it's like they click to get the others. Okay, so that's where we want to go with the copy. So the image stops them from scrolling. That first sentence or 2 at the top are the things that keep them on the ad and kind of help them make the decision about whether they want to click or not to take the next step. Okay, and then our last thing that I want to share is use this ad process to do some of the lead qualification for you. Okay, so I see so many advertisers who create an ad like we were just looking at. Okay, they create an ad like this, and it's like they click, they get the lead's contact information, and then they just rely on the periodic follow-up that they do in the landing page to hopefully like find out if this lead is going to be a good lead or not, right? And they just kind of wait for that whole thing to happen. And you know, that's fine. That's one way to approach it. But let's face it, like, you know, I just recorded a bunch of stuff yesterday because I was doing a case study where I was setting up these leads and proving I could get leads for realtors and give them to them and stuff. And, you know, in that process, in 24 hours, we got 4 leads at just under $6 per lead, a little less than 24 hours, which isn't stellar, but I'll tell you why those 4 leads are better than the typical results. And this is just something that's like, beware of this. You know, if you're doing Facebook ads and you're going to think about hiring somebody, or you're going to be buying leads, or you're going to be doing this for yourself, you're going to see a lot of videos and stuff that say, oh, you know, we got 10 leads in, you know, 3 hours, or 30 leads this week for our real estate agency, right? And of course that's like attractive. You're thinking, oh, you know, I've got to see what the ad looks like for these and what are these guys doing? Well, I just want you to know that the majority of the leads you bring in aren't going to work out, right? Like, you're going to bring in maybe 75% of leads who are kind of in passing interested, especially when you're just asking for their name and email address and just doing a giveaway and keeping it real generic. They're never really going to end up doing business with you, right? And you're just constantly trying to, it's a numbers game if you're going that way, right? And that's fine. Like, you can play that game, but just be aware of that when you're watching these videos and seeing those numbers and stuff, is that most of those leads don't work out. Okay. Now, I told you I got 4. Now, 3 of those, one of those was actually a real estate agent who was just kind of, I think, probably investigating my ads or whatever. So 3 of those leads, out of those 3, I thought they were pretty warm leads, because what I do is some qualification. And so they see this. Now, once they click on this ad, let's see if we can look at it here. See, I'm doing a form, and I don't know if we can actually, it won't actually show us the form, but basically what I do is ask a series of questions. Okay, so here, let me bounce over here. I can show you a different page. So it's like this. So this is for another area of my business, but you'll get the idea. I ask questions to qualify the leads. So I'm like, you know, are you currently working with an agent? You know, how soon are you looking to make a property transaction or whatever? So, you know, is it in the next 3 months? Is it in the next 6 months, this year, not sure, those kinds of things, because the people who have a defined time frame are your hottest leads, right? Not only does it give you more information, but it also prevents a lot of the people who click on the ad from actually filling it out. Okay, so, and that's a good thing, right? So I've already had, like in that 20-hour period yesterday when I got those 4 leads through that system, that was after about 18 clicks on the ad. So working out the math on that, I mean, a lot of people, well, there's always some people in those numbers who just accidentally clicked, because that just happens, right? But there are a fair number of people who came into that funnel, or who came into that ad and were like, I just don't want to answer this. And that's great, right? Because in a lot of real estate advertising ads, like, those people are going to sign up just to get the thing, but they're not really interested in selling real estate, or they're just renters or whatever, right? But for me, like, the people who fill it out, now I know a little more information, but they've also, like, those are the people a little more committed to get that thing that I was giving away. And it just tells me that they're a warmer lead, right? So I just do some qualification in the ad process. It saves my realtor client from having to do work, and it helps make my lead more valuable to them. So that is that. That's what I wanted to share. I hope you got something valuable out of this. Like I said at the beginning, watch some of the other videos that you see around, because there's a lot of great content from actual real estate agents who have been doing this for a long time as well. And I think if you pair the information I've shared here together with what they're sharing, you'll really have some good information. You'll really be a step ahead in running your ads and getting real estate leads. Okay, and if you like this, please give it a like. If you're not a subscriber, I'd love to have you on board. Hit the subscribe button, and we will see you in the next video.